can't remove it. That's not good.
It's all about humanity.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Rising World. I'm your host, 2005 Guy02. Okay, so just loading in, or just loaded in. Let's get the light on so we can see. And if I get the right keys as well. Okay, so the question is, what shall we make next? So we've got the sink, we've got the main worktop there. We've now got our, let's say, cooker somewhat ready. And something tells me I'm going to have to readjust the volume on this game as well because of the new microphone being so low. So I shall be back in just a sec. Okay, so not sure what the time is in game. It's just a bit dark out there. But once it gets daylight again, we can make sure that there's no bears or anything else that's hostile on the island. Let's hope that there's nothing hostile on the island. Might have to put a couple of lights just out there so we can actually see what's around there. Either that or harvest all those trees for the wood, which might be the thing to do. And then at some point I'm going to have to do that bridge. So that all said, what I'll do is I'll cut here and I shall see you guys once it's daylight. So there was a drawbridge, 10 blocks long, 5 blocks wide. So if we made it on that end, heck, we could even make it on this end. Maybe make it a little bit wider than 5 blocks. I don't know. It'd be nice if we could have made it out of a better looking material than that. But I guess we'll have to make do with what we've got. Okay, so daylight's come, so let's have a little look around. How much food do we have? I need 1 apple on us. Great. Okay. Is it 1 apple? Yeah. Okay, so far so good. No hostiles. Definitely going to have to flatten this area. What's that over there? Behind that one. It's probably a plant. Whatever it is, it's not moving. It should just be a small one, I guess. I thought I saw something shiny over there. Okay. I could have sworn I saw some lights earlier, but never mind. And we have a deer over there. Okay, that's fine. We don't need the meat at the moment. But I think just for the moment, let's remove these trees so that we've got some more wood. We do still have some space on us, so that should be right. I just have to try not to speak too much at the moment, because I do have some serious dead issues at the moment. No, anyone's happening. Damn. Maybe it wasn't far enough grown as I thought it was. And normally I would use a chainsaw, but I seem to have misplaced my chainsaw. Or I forgot to make it. I can't remember that far back now. There we go, that one had two. Oopsie. Oops. Wasn't quite that thirsty, but okay. Any others? I thought there was more wood around here somewhere. Oop, we've got those two. We might as well get that lot done over there so that we can get the drawbridge sort of ready. Oh, definitely heard something there. Okay, something weird over there. Okay. Oh, sinking. Okay, that will do for the moment. I'll flatten this later. Let's quickly get rid of the rest of these. I'll do the rest off of camera so I don't take up too much of your time just doing that one thing. And we can get back to building inside very quickly. Okay, so spend another couple of days out there gathering some more resources, flattening that area so it's now pretty much flat, adding the grass back. That took a while, that took a very long time. But in the end it was worth it. Got all the wood. Question is, making the drawbridge or shall we continue with the kitchen? I guess what we could do is make the bridge first. Then we can continue with the kitchen. I'd like to make a couple of drawers. Granted, ideally that would have been over here, but what I wanted to do was try and get, let's say, a break a bit going around here, the node there, but fortunately it didn't really work out the way I initially wanted. So I had to compromise and do it this way. Unfortunately, we can't fill it up with water, which is a real shame. The bucket just wouldn't let us do it. Do still have quite a lot of trees over there, which we can salvage if we need the additional wood. That's a big if at the moment. Granted, we probably will need the additional wood later. Just not quite yet. Okay, so let's put that away. Let's grab those out of there. Let's see, what are we going to need? We needed 64 iron rod, wasn't it? Let's have a look. So if we go through the tables, there is a kitchen cabinet in there which we could use. 48 lumber. Ideally, I just want to make my own. Oh, well, you know it. Kitchen sink. Oh well. I didn't see that one. Must have stopped at the very first kitchen cabinet. That one. And I didn't go further down. But yeah. So we've got these ones to choose from, which are already created. But why not just make it ourselves? We don't get a hit on FPS or anything like that, as we have seen with all of these slats. If it was a different game, we'd have non-stop issues with FPS. And this game, absolutely nothing, no drops whatsoever, which is extremely surprising, especially with this lot. These are all individual teeny weeny blocks, except for that picture. These are all blocks. There is a little bit of Z fighting here and there still, as you can see there. But no FPS drop whatsoever, and that is very surprising. Also still need to get started on the bedrooms and everything else as well. I was toying with the idea of copying that and putting on that side as well. The house just isn't quite wide enough to do that. The question is how we're going to actually do the bedrooms. So I'm thinking maybe have a railing going over here. Initially I was going to make it a wall, as you can see by this gap here. But I was thinking maybe have a railing and then a walkway so you can actually see what's happening down there. Still not quite decided on how I'm going to do it. What I really need to do is dig out my paper, my graph paper, and do it on graphs first, and then do it. I wonder, can I actually? Oh, can I harvest from here? You saw the hand symbol come up. Come on, come on. There we go. At least we were able to get two of them. I don't think we'll be able to get through this one, through the window, even though the glass isn't there yet. No. No. Okay. So that's quite surprising. Oh, some sea fighting down there. That's not good. And we still have to get some carpet going as well, which will be interesting. We might have to make it out of what are they called? Out of posters. Okay, so let's get started with this lot again. So let's grab these ones. We're not well. We're sort of hungry. We're on about half. Okay. So we want to drop that. Okay, is that straight? Oops, that's not. That is. And that's not straight. Okay, so it's now straight over there. So let's make that as long as we can. Make sure we want the grain looking identical to that piece in there. Oh, I keep hitting wrong buttons. Okay. It's all the different games that I play at the moment interfering with each other. There we go. So that should be alright now. Same level. Let's make that one smaller again so it lines up with that one. Oh, almost. It's only out by one block. Sweet. Okay. Although what I should have done, let's remove that block over there. And that's by doing that one again, but let's say we pull that over there. Let's get the spacing. Well, just sticking out by the one. Okay. Well, we do it that way then. Why does snap always be? Why is the snap always a pen on the rear end? So there's a couple of different ways to snap things. There's the snap to grid. There's a snap on offside. There's an option to hold something, remove the snap completely, and do it by eye. But when you want to do precision stuff, it becomes a real nuisance, to say the least. Okay. Is that the right height? Yes, it is. Let's bring that out all the way. Good, good. Put that one there. Okay. So let's have the drawers hanging over slightly, shall we? So in other words, we could... Problem is getting the measurements right. So how many blocks do we have there? I guess what we could do is have a slight overhang, even though it really doesn't look very nice. Although, we can use a small snap for that, so it looks like the drawers are actually drawers. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to see it. So let's go with this. So it's a slight lip there, and we can make that look the same as this cabinet over here. So it'll be an actual cupboard, or we could bring everything out this way because we still need to do the fridge. So we could just remove this and then have another piece of worktop come out and have another cupboard or drawer here. So yeah, let's save that piece of wood. We still need to put the fridge in. We could put a fridge there, but I don't like to have a fridge covering up that window. Oh, it makes me really pissed that I didn't put that over there now. So it would have been ideal right smack here. And then we could have had the fridge there. Damn it. Ah, oh well. I'm going to have to put one in there just temporarily so that we've got the spacing. No, never mind. It should be right. Let's just go with what we've got. Okay. Okay, so how many blocks? There's a half and a little bit. Let's have another crack at this. And let's do it as a time lapse so that we can do this a little bit quickly, and we don't have to do one whole episode for only one small part. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have to go out on an expedition to look for some glass. Unfortunately, this could take a little while, so I'm going to put a small pause in the video here, and I shall see you guys at the nearest location where we can find some glass. So we're going to have to stock up on some supplies, get some more arrows going, and food and bits and pieces. Because what my plan is to do is to put some glass door in and some glass shelves. Now, I'm not sure how we're going to be able to see those shelves. And at some point, I'll make some cartons and various others for drinks. Of course, the problem is going to be trademarks and stuff like that. So I'm going to have to obscure the picture ever so slightly, make it duller, less sharp, and stuff like that. Maybe we can get away with it that way. But that's going to be the fridge. I'm not sure what I'll put there. Maybe another cupboard or another set of drawers. The drawers not quite the way I want it, because if you go far back enough and move like that, you can actually see the background in there. So I'm going to have to readjust that ever so slightly, and put some actual planks in so that it looks like shelving, so you don't see the background change colour on there. So that said, let's quickly dump off what we've got and what we don't actually need on us. See if I can find that freaking chainsaw. That would be nice. And then we're going to have to do some mining for some sand. Let's take some meat with us. I can go in there for a moment. Don't really need it. I might take some blocks with me just in case I fall down a hole. Oh, which one's the most of it? We've still got 41 of those, so let's keep those. Again, just in case I fall down a great big bloody hole in the world. Let's put these in there. Of course, we could just use something that I haven't used very much of instead of something that I am using quite a lot of. Let's put all these in here. And I shall see you guys as soon as we find a beach or a sand trap. God, I hit that Q button on this game. I lost my bow, so I've had to create a new one. And yeah, I had to go through some really nasty country to get here. Well, in order to find it. So if we go to the map itself, finally we find the edge of the map, and it is way away. So if I had to guess, this is actually the center point of the map. Oh boy, I went up a fair bit as well, and I went, screw this, there's got to be a way to an area closer to our base. So I went down this side, all the lions and, sorry, not lions, the tigers and leopards. It was not a very nice trek, and then finally got this gap. I went, okay, let's keep going and going, and finally found it. So this is the 6th in-game day since start. So we finally got some sand, albeit at the cost of a bow. Got some grenades though, and some ore, and some lemons and lemon sprouts, so they can come in handy later. I don't think there are any POIs on the beaches, but I could be wrong. There could be a couple in the water, but I don't think so somehow. So let's peek. Nope, it's just very dark blue. And with that little gap of white for that transition, I didn't see anything that very far away. So, don't see anything actually standing out over there. So let's quickly mine up some sand so that we can get some glass going, and then maybe take a bit of a stroll down there and then continue back over there. Preferably in a straight line like we did up there, but if we find, so if we go for this block here, so if we aim for going back to the west round about here somewhere, wherever the heck it is. I don't think I've lost myself on the map now. I'm too far out, I think. Yeah, I've lost myself. Okay. So I'll have to note on here how many it is. So currently 4,277 out. That's quite some distance. If I... Oh. Okay. So even if I do it on a straight line, it's still got... I know it's still within that area, right? Bit hard to say, but we can try it. So let's grab some sand, and I shall see you guys back at base probably tomorrow at this rate. Okay, so that was one hell of a trek back. So I've just dropped off what we don't need to have on us. So we've got a total of 6 stacks of 64 sand. I'm hoping that's going to be enough for this little project, because I don't want to go all the way back over there again. So we've now got all the bits and pieces that we definitely want. Let's take that one back off and take that one back off because we don't need it there. Let's change that over and that one. Okay, so let's make some glass. I think it was this one. Nope. This one. Yeah, there we go. So it requires 4 sands to make 1 glass plane. Ugh. Well, I'm hoping that we'll still have enough. Let's do max 16. Really? That means we can only make 64 planes. 64? No, it's going to be 96 planes that we can make total. I don't think that's going to be enough. Might have to go back there again. Ugh, I really don't want to go all that far out again. So it was a hellish trek through there. I should have just gone the way I went through. We're going up there and I made the big U-turn going down there. Because that was a completely hellish going through that. Maybe have a look what's on that side at some point, see if we can find some sand closer to it. Okay, well, that's the brakes, I'm afraid. Okay, so let's see what we can do with the that one. Let's grab these ones as well. Let's put that in just in case we want to use those. That is the beam. Okay, so can we shrink? And actually, can we? Oh, we can do that. Good. And it's got a bit of a lip, so that is actually quite usable. Can we shrink it? Yes, we can. Good. Okay, that's nice. So we've actually got a solid fitting there. That's very nice. Although, let's go in a little bit more. Okay. Well, we're gonna have a door in there anyway. So I guess we can get started on the shelving. So let's continue a little bit of a time lapse, and then we shall see what happens afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to have to leave the episode there for the moment, guys. So if you've liked what we've seen so far, please leave a like. If you didn't, please let me know why. Also, if you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button to help the channel grow. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.